Have you ever stopped to wonder what makes someone truly irreplaceable in your life? We often take relationships for granted, overlooking the profound qualities that shape the connections we hold dear. Yet when life throws its challenges our way, we realize how rare it is to find someone who uplifts us, supports us, and inspires us to be better. These individuals aren't just companions, they are the bedrock of our happiness, growth, and resilience. But how do you recognize such people? What if understanding their qualities could transform the way you view your relationships forever? Here's a thought. Too many of us fall into the trap of prioritizing superficial traits, things like charm, wealth, or status, over what truly matters. In a world obsessed with appearances, it's easy to miss the deeper, transformative traits that define meaningful bonds. This video is your wake-up call. By the time you finish watching, you'll not only know the 10 defining qualities of truly remarkable individuals, but also feel empowered to cherish these people in ways you never have before. Think of this as an exploration of Stoicism applied to relationships, a way to appreciate others with clarity and purpose. These qualities aren't just a list, they're a framework for living and connecting authentically. By recognizing and valuing these traits in others, you also learn to embody them yourself. This journey is about growth, self-awareness, and building relationships that last. Let me ask you this. Do you think you've overlooked someone extraordinary in your life because you didn't know what to look for? If so, stay tuned. What you'll discover might just shift your perspective entirely. Let's begin. 1. Integrity. Integrity is not just a virtue, it is the backbone of trust, the foundation on which all meaningful relationships are built. Without it, even the strongest connection will eventually crumble. But how often do we truly appreciate the power of integrity? How often do we notice and cherish it in the people around us? Let's reflect for a moment. Imagine someone you deeply trust. What makes that trust possible? Chances are, it's not their charm or accomplishments, but their unwavering commitment to their values. Someone with integrity is consistent. What they say matches what they do. They don't twist the truth to suit their narrative, and they don't compromise their principles for convenience or gain. This kind of steadfastness isn't just admirable, it's rare. And because it's rare, it's invaluable. Integrity is also about doing the right thing even when no one is watching. It's found in small, everyday decisions, returning the extra change given at the store, admitting a mistake at work, or standing up for someone who has been wronged. These actions may seem insignificant in the moment, but they reveal a person's character. They show a commitment to truth and justice even when the stakes are low. But let's ask the hard question. How often do we overlook integrity because it's not flashy or attention-grabbing? In a world driven by appearances and instant gratification, integrity can feel like a quiet force, steady but uncelebrated. And yet, when crisis strikes, it's the people with integrity who become our anchors. They are the ones we turn to for guidance, knowing they won't mislead us or falter under pressure. There's a profound connection between integrity and Stoicism. In Stoicism, living in accordance with your principles is a central tenet. The Stoic individual does not sway with the winds of external opinion or fleeting desires. They act with purpose and consistency, valuing truth over convenience. Integrity in relationships reflects this Stoic ideal. It is about being reliable, honest, and unwavering, even when it's difficult. Think about the relationships in your life. Do the people closest to you display integrity? Do their actions match their words? These questions aren't just about assessing others, they're about understanding the kind of connections you value most. When you surround yourself with people of integrity, you create an environment of mutual trust and respect. In such an environment, you don't have to second-guess intentions or guard yourself against betrayal. Instead, you can focus on growth, both your own and the relationships. Integrity also has a transformative effect on those who encounter it. A person of integrity inspires others to act with honesty and purpose. Their example becomes a mirror, reflecting what we could be if we chose to live by our highest values. This is why it's essential not just to value people with integrity, but also to nurture those relationships. They make us better by challenging us to align our actions with our ideals. Here's a thought experiment. Picture someone in your life who embodies integrity. Think about the moments when they demonstrated their commitment to truth. Perhaps they owned up to a mistake, even though it was uncomfortable. Maybe they defended you when it wasn't easy or convenient. Or maybe their integrity shines through in their everyday actions, the way they treat strangers, honor their commitments, or resist the urge to take shortcuts. Now imagine your life without this person. How would their absence impact you? How much harder would it be to navigate challenges without their steadying presence? These questions aren't meant to spark fear, but to encourage gratitude. Too often we only realize someone's worth when they're no longer around. But why wait? Why not take the time now to recognize and cherish their integrity? The beauty of integrity is that it isn't limited to grand gestures. It's woven into the fabric of daily life. It's in the small choices we make and the quiet courage we show. It's in the way we treat others when no one is watching. And when we see these qualities in someone else, it's a reminder of what we aspire to be. As we continue this exploration of the qualities that make someone truly invaluable, let integrity be the lens through which we view the rest. It is the foundation, the anchor, the quiet strength that supports all other virtues. Recognize it. Value it. And if you're fortunate enough to have someone of integrity in your life, never take them for granted. They are a rare and precious gift. 2. Empathy. Empathy is often called the glue of human connection. It's the ability to step into someone else's world, to feel what they feel, and to understand their experiences without judgment. But let's pause and consider. How often do we truly encounter empathy in its purest form? How often do we stop to value someone who listens to us not just with their ears, but with their heart? In today's fast-paced world, where everyone is rushing to speak and few take the time to listen, empathy stands out as a rare and transformative quality. When someone takes the time to understand you deeply, it creates a bond that is both comforting and profound. Empathy makes us feel seen, heard, and valued in ways that surface-level interactions never can. Why is empathy so important? It's not just about offering a shoulder to cry on, it's about connection at a soul-deep level. Empathy bridges the gap between individuals, breaking down barriers of misunderstanding and fear. It fosters trust and builds relationships that can withstand the test of time. Imagine a moment when you were struggling. Perhaps you were overwhelmed with doubt or weighed down by grief. Now think about the person who stood by you during that time. What made their support meaningful? It wasn't just their presence, was it? It was their ability to understand your emotions and offer kindness without judgment. That's the power of empathy. Stoicism, too, teaches the importance of understanding others, though often from a different angle. While Stoicism encourages resilience and emotional self-regulation, it also emphasizes compassion. Recognizing the shared humanity in all people aligns perfectly with practicing empathy. The Stoic approach to relationships reminds us that we are all interconnected, and through empathy, we deepen those connections. But here's a hard truth. Empathy requires effort. It demands that we set aside our own egos and perspectives to focus entirely on someone else. This is not easy in a culture that often rewards self-interest over selflessness. Yet when you encounter someone who makes this effort, someone who truly empathizes, you're experiencing something extraordinary. Their ability to prioritize your feelings, even momentarily, speaks to a depth of character that is both admirable and rare. How do we recognize empathetic people? They listen without interrupting or offering solutions too quickly. They validate your feelings instead of dismissing them. They ask thoughtful questions, not out of curiosity, but out of genuine care. Empathy is more than just hearing someone's words, it's understanding the emotions behind them. Here's another question. Are you valuing these empathetic individuals in your life? Or are you overlooking their quiet but powerful presence? Think about a time when someone showed you empathy. Did you take a moment to appreciate them for it? If not, why not? We often assume that empathy is common, but in reality, it's a gift that not everyone possesses. Empathy also transforms how we approach challenges in relationships. When someone sees and understands your struggles, it diffuses tension and makes room for solutions. It's not about fixing problems, it's about being present in them. And isn't that what we all crave? To feel understood even when the world feels chaotic? Let me invite you to reflect. Who in your life has demonstrated empathy? What would your relationships look like without their presence? Empathy is what keeps us connected even when circumstances try to pull us apart. It is, without exaggeration, one of the most valuable traits a person can have. Now, let's engage for a moment. If this resonates with you, if you value empathy and the people who embody it in your life, take a second to like this video and comment number 1 below. Show your appreciation for the qualities that truly matter. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe to join us on this journey of exploring Stoic relationships, personal growth, and deeper connections. When you find someone who embodies empathy, you found someone who makes the world feel less lonely, less divided, and more hopeful. Cherish them deeply. Empathy is a rare and irreplaceable gift. Don't let it go unnoticed. 3. Loyalty. Loyalty is one of the most profound and enduring qualities a person can possess. It's the unwavering commitment to stand by someone's side through both triumphs and trials. Yet, loyalty is often underestimated until it's tested. In a world that seems increasingly transactional, how often do we take a moment to reflect on the importance of loyalty in our lives? Consider this. Loyalty isn't just about grand gestures or dramatic sacrifices. It's found in the quiet consistency of someone who stays when things get difficult. It's the friend who doesn't waver when others might walk away, the partner who supports your growth even when it's inconvenient, and the colleague who defends you when it would be easier to remain silent. Loyalty is about showing up, not just in moments of celebration, but in moments of challenge, when your need is greatest. Have you ever faced a time when life seemed to be falling apart? Perhaps you felt isolated, misunderstood, or even betrayed. Now think about the people who remained steadfast in your corner during that time. Their loyalty wasn't just comforting, it was transformative. It reminded you that you weren't alone, that someone believed in you even when circumstances seemed bleak. But loyalty is not blind. True loyalty is built on mutual respect and trust, not obligation or fear. It doesn't demand that we agree with everything someone does or excuse their faults. Instead, it allows for honest feedback and constructive criticism, always rooted in a desire to support and uplift. Loyalty is about standing by someone's side, not because they are perfect, but because you value them deeply, flaws and all. This aligns beautifully with the principles of Stoicism. A Stoic perspective values loyalty not as blind allegiance, but as a reflection of virtuous commitment. Stoicism teaches us to act with integrity and consistency, qualities that naturally extend to our relationships. When you are loyal to someone, you demonstrate the strength to prioritize what truly matters: connection, trust, and shared purpose, over fleeting disagreements or external pressures. However, loyalty is not as common as we might hope. In an age where relationships are often treated as disposable, loyalty can seem like an outdated virtue. Yet this very scarcity makes it all the more valuable. When you encounter someone who is loyal, they become a rare and precious constant in an unpredictable world. Their presence offers stability and reassurance, helping you navigate life's challenges with greater confidence. How do you recognize loyalty? It's found in actions, not words. It's in the friend who keeps your secrets, the sibling who shows up when you need them most, or the mentor who advocates for your success without expecting anything in return. Loyal people don't just declare their allegiance, they demonstrate it time and again through their choices and priorities. But here's a question worth pondering. Do we always appreciate loyalty when we see it? Or do we sometimes take it for granted, assuming it will always be there? It's easy to overlook the quiet reliability of loyal people, especially when they make their commitment seem effortless. Yet their loyalty often requires immense strength, choosing to stay, support, and believe in you, even when circumstances test their resolve. What's even more striking is how loyalty shapes us. When someone is loyal to you, it inspires you to be loyal in return. It creates a reciprocal bond where mutual trust and commitment reinforce each other. This dynamic strengthens relationships, making them more resilient and enduring. Loyalty doesn't just sustain connections, it elevates them. Let me invite you to reflect on the loyal individuals in your life. Who has stood by you when it mattered most? How have their actions shaped your journey? And perhaps more importantly, how are you showing your loyalty to them? Because loyalty, like all virtues, thrives when it is recognized and reciprocated. Loyalty is a testament to the depth of a relationship. It's a quiet, steadfast force that doesn't seek recognition, but deserves it nonetheless. To have someone in your life who is truly loyal is to possess a treasure of immeasurable worth. Value them deeply. Their loyalty is not just a reflection of their character. It's a gift that enriches your life in ways that words can scarcely capture. 4. Kindness. Kindness is often seen as simple or even ordinary, but in truth, it's one of the most extraordinary qualities a person can possess. A kind person has the power to transform the lives of those around them, offering hope and light in a world that can often feel cold and harsh. But let me ask you this: when was the last time you truly appreciated someone's kindness? Have you taken a moment to reflect on the value it brings to your life? Kindness isn't just about grand gestures or heroic acts. It lives in the everyday moments. The friend who checks in on you when you're having a rough day, the stranger who holds the door open when your hands are full, or the coworker who shares a kind word when you're overwhelmed. These small, thoughtful actions create ripples, brightening not just your day but your outlook on life. Why is kindness so powerful? Because it creates connection. A single act of kindness can break down walls, foster trust, and remind us of our shared humanity. It's not flashy and it doesn't demand attention, yet its impact is profound. A kind person is like a beacon of warmth in a cold room, drawing others in and creating a sense of comfort and belonging. From a Stoic perspective, kindness reflects the strength of character and control over one's impulses. Stoicism teaches us to act in alignment with virtue, and kindness is one of the highest virtues. It requires mindfulness, the ability to rise above personal grievances, and the strength to give without expecting anything in return. A Stoic relationship thrives on kindness because it cultivates harmony and understanding, even in difficult times. Now, let's reflect for a moment. Think about the kind people in your life. How have their actions shaped your journey? How have they made your challenges feel lighter, your victories sweeter, and your ordinary days brighter? And here's an even deeper question. Have you expressed your gratitude for their kindness? Too often we take it for granted, assuming it will always be there. But kindness is a choice, one that someone makes again and again to improve your life. Kindness is also contagious. When you experience it, you're inspired to pay it forward, creating a ripple effect that can touch countless lives. Imagine a world where everyone made kindness their priority. How much more connected, understanding, and peaceful would it be? That vision begins with recognizing and valuing the kind individuals already in your life. But kindness isn't always easy. It requires effort, patience, and sometimes even courage. To be kind in the face of indifference, hostility, or misunderstanding is no small feat. This is what makes a truly kind person so remarkable. They choose to act with compassion, even when it's not the easy option. Now, let me invite you to take a moment to appreciate the kindness you've received. Think about someone who has shown you compassion, understanding, or generosity. How would your life be different without them? Their kindness is not something to overlook. It's something to treasure. And if this resonates with you, if you value kindness as much as I do, why not show your appreciation? Like this video and comment number 1 below to celebrate the kind people in your life. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe to join us on this journey of exploring Stoicism, relationships, and the traits that make life meaningful. Together, let's spread the ripple of kindness even further. Kindness is not weakness. It's strength. It's the ability to make the world better, one thoughtful action at a time. When you encounter someone who embodies this quality, value them deeply. They are not just kind, they are extraordinary. 5. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is one of the most transformative qualities a person can possess. It's the ability to understand, manage, and express one's emotions while also being attuned to the emotions of others. In a world often driven by impulsive reactions and misunderstandings, emotional intelligence stands out as a skill that fosters connection, empathy, and harmony. Think about the last time someone truly understood how you felt, not just on a surface level, but deeply and sincerely. Maybe they didn't have all the answers, but their presence and ability to acknowledge your emotions made all the difference. This is the power of emotional intelligence. It creates a space where people feel safe, understood, and valued. Emotional intelligence begins with self-awareness. A person who is emotionally intelligent knows their strengths and weaknesses, understands their triggers, and takes responsibility for their actions. This self-awareness is not just about introspection, it's about using that understanding to improve their relationships. They don't allow emotions to control them, nor do they dismiss their feelings as irrelevant. Instead, they process their emotions thoughtfully and respond to situations with clarity and purpose. But emotional intelligence doesn't stop at the self, it extends outward. Someone with emotional intelligence can read the room, sense unspoken tension, and offer support when it's needed most. They have an innate ability to empathize with others, not because they've experienced the same struggles, but because they understand the universal nature of emotions. This creates an unshakable connection, a bond that goes beyond words. From a Stoic perspective, emotional intelligence aligns beautifully with the idea of mastering one's emotions. Stoicism teaches that we should strive to respond to life's challenges with reason and virtue, rather than being ruled by our immediate feelings. An emotionally intelligent person embodies this Stoic ideal. They pause, reflect, and choose their response carefully, ensuring it aligns with their values and principles. Now let's examine how emotional intelligence manifests in relationships. Have you ever been in an argument where the other person listened to understand, not to respond? Or have you shared your struggles with someone who didn't rush to fix the problem but instead validated your feelings and helped you find clarity? These moments illustrate emotional intelligence in action. It's not about suppressing emotions, it's about navigating them skillfully, both in yourself and in others. But emotional intelligence is not just about preventing conflict, it's also about fostering growth. A person with emotional intelligence can inspire those around them to be more introspective and thoughtful. They create an atmosphere where honest conversations can take place, free of judgment or defensiveness. This kind of environment allows relationships to thrive, even in the face of challenges. Unfortunately, emotional intelligence is often misunderstood. Some may see it as a weakness, equating emotional expression with vulnerability. But the truth is, emotional intelligence requires immense strength. It takes courage to confront your feelings, patience to understand the emotions of others, and humility to admit when you're wrong. These qualities don't make someone weak, they make them exceptional. Think about the emotionally intelligent people in your life. How do they handle difficult situations? How do they make you feel when you're at your lowest? Their ability to bring calm to chaos and understanding to confusion is a gift that should not be underestimated. It's a skill that makes them not just good friends or partners, but also exceptional human beings. Now consider how emotional intelligence influences your own life. Do you approach your emotions with curiosity and care, or do you let them overwhelm you? Do you take the time to understand others, or are you quick to judge? These are important questions, not just for personal growth, but for building stronger, more meaningful relationships. Emotional intelligence is a bridge between the mind and the heart. It allows us to connect with others in ways that are both profound and lasting. When you encounter someone who possesses this quality, recognize it for the rarity it is. Their emotional intelligence doesn't just enrich your life, it inspires you to become a better version of yourself. Value them deeply, for they bring balance, wisdom, and compassion to a world that desperately needs it. 6. Generosity. Generosity is one of the most beautiful qualities a person can have. It's not just about giving material things, it's about offering time, attention, energy, and kindness to those around you. A generous person creates a sense of abundance in your life, making you feel valued and supported, no matter the circumstances. Have you ever experienced someone's generosity in a way that truly touched you? Perhaps it was a friend who stayed up late to help you prepare for an important event, a mentor who shared their wisdom without expecting anything in return, or even a stranger who extended a kind gesture when you least expected it. These moments of selflessness remind us of the profound impact generosity can have, not just on the receiver but on everyone involved. Generosity doesn't come from wealth or resources, it comes from a mindset. A generous person doesn't give because they have to, they give because they want to. Their generosity isn't transactional, it's rooted in a genuine desire to make life better for others. This kind of giving creates a ripple effect, inspiring others to act with the same spirit of abundance. What makes generosity so powerful? It's more than the act of giving itself, it's the message behind it. When someone gives freely, they're saying, "You matter to me. Your happiness, your success, and your well-being are important." That feeling of being seen and cared for is irreplaceable. Generosity strengthens relationships, deepens trust, and fosters a sense of belonging that can't be bought or forced. From a Stoic perspective, generosity aligns with the principle of living in harmony with others. Stoicism emphasizes the interconnectedness of humanity and the idea that by contributing to the greater good, we elevate ourselves. A generous person embodies this philosophy, recognizing that giving doesn't diminish them, it enriches them. By offering what they have, whether it's knowledge, support, or resources, they create a more connected and compassionate world. Now think about the generous people in your life. How have they made a difference? Maybe it's a family member who always puts others first, or a friend who never hesitates to share their time and energy. These people don't just make your life easier, they make it fuller. And yet, generosity is often underappreciated. How often do we pause to truly acknowledge the selflessness of those who give without expectation? Here's something to consider. Generosity is contagious. When you're around someone who gives freely, it inspires you to do the same. It reminds you that life isn't about hoarding resources or guarding your time, it's about sharing, connecting, and contributing to something bigger than yourself. A single act of generosity can spark a chain reaction, creating positive change that reaches far beyond the original gesture. But let's not romanticize generosity. It's not always easy. To be truly generous requires vulnerability, courage, and sometimes sacrifice. It's not about giving what's convenient or comfortable. It's about giving in a way that genuinely helps others, even when it requires effort. This is what makes generous people so exceptional. They choose to give even when it would be. Who in your life has shown you true generosity? How have their actions shaped your perspective on giving and receiving? And perhaps more importantly, how are you embodying generosity in your own life? These are questions worth reflecting on because generosity, when recognized and nurtured, creates a cycle of kindness that benefits everyone involved. If this resonates with you, if you've been touched by someone's generosity or value it as much as I do, take a moment to like this video and comment number 1 below to celebrate this incredible quality. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights into Stoicism, relationships, and the virtues that truly make life meaningful. Generosity is a gift that keeps giving. It creates connections, inspires growth, and transforms relationships in ways that are hard to quantify but impossible to ignore. When you encounter someone who gives freely, value them deeply. Their generosity is a reflection of their character, and it's one of the most beautiful gifts they can offer to the world. 7. Sense of humor. A sense of humor might seem like a lighter quality compared to the others on this list, but its importance in relationships cannot be overstated. Humor has the power to connect people, diffuse tension, and bring joy even in the darkest times. A person with a good sense of humor doesn't just make you laugh, they make life feel lighter and more manageable. I think about someone in your life who has a natural ability to make you smile, even when things feel heavy. Maybe they have a knack for finding the silver lining in difficult situations or a quick wit that turns mundane moments into something memorable. These individuals aren't just entertaining, they're a source of comfort and resilience. Humor plays a crucial role in maintaining emotional balance. Life is full of challenges, and without a way to laugh at its absurdities, those challenges can become overwhelming. A person with a sense of humor reminds us not to take ourselves too seriously. They help us step back, find perspective, and approach life with a lighter heart. This isn't just about jokes or laughter. It's about the emotional relief that humor provides, creating space for us to process stress and move forward. From a Stoic perspective, humor aligns with the idea of accepting life's unpredictability with grace. Stoicism teaches us to control our reactions to external events, focusing on what we can influence and letting go of what we cannot. A sense of humor helps achieve this by offering a way to cope with life's inevitable frustrations. It allows us to acknowledge difficulties without being consumed by them. But humor is more than just a coping mechanism, it's also a social glue. A shared laugh creates an instant connection, breaking down barriers and fostering trust. Have you ever noticed how much closer you feel to someone after laughing together? That's because humor is deeply human. It taps into our shared experiences, turning even the most challenging situations into opportunities for connection. Humor also brings out the best in us. It encourages creativity, spontaneity, and optimism. A person with a good sense of humor doesn't dwell on problems. They find ways to lighten the mood and inspire positivity. This isn't about avoiding serious issues, it's about approaching them with a mindset that fosters resilience and collaboration. However, humor isn't one size fits all. What makes one person laugh might not resonate with another, and that's okay. A truly humorous person understands the nuance of humor. They know when to joke and when to listen. They use their humor to uplift, not to undermine or hurt others. This sensitivity makes their sense of humor not just entertaining, but also deeply considerate. Think about the humorous people in your life. How have they brightened your days or helped you through tough times? Maybe they made you laugh at a mistake you were beating yourself up over, or perhaps they turned a tense situation into something you could laugh about later. Their humor wasn't just entertaining, it was transformative. It reminded you to breathe, to let go, and to focus on what truly matters. Yet, humor isn't always appreciated for its depth. We often see it as something superficial, forgetting the profound ways it impacts our well-being and relationships. A person with a good sense of humor brings more than laughter. They bring relief, perspective, and connection. They make life richer and more joyful, simply by being themselves. Now consider how humor influences your relationships. Do you share laughs with the people you care about? Do you find ways to bring lightness to difficult moments, or are you quick to let tension take over? Reflecting on these questions can help you understand the role humor plays in your life and why it's so essential. A sense of humor is more than just a personality trait. It's a gift. It's the ability to transform ordinary moments into something special, to turn struggles into stories, and to make life more vibrant and enjoyable. When you encounter someone who possesses this quality, value them deeply. Their humor is not just a reflection of their wit. It's a sign of their wisdom and their ability to find joy in the journey of life. 8. Patience. Patience is often called a virtue, but it's much more than that. It's a superpower. In a world that demands instant gratification, patience is a rare and valuable quality that can transform relationships, diffuse conflicts, and build lasting connections. A patient person is like a steady hand guiding you through life's storms, offering understanding and calm when everything feels rushed or uncertain. Think about the last time someone truly showed you patience. Perhaps it was a friend who listened to your struggles without rushing to give advice, a teacher who guided you through a difficult learning curve, or a loved one who supported your dreams, even when progress was slow. Their patience wasn't passive. It was an active choice to value you and your journey. That kind of support isn't just kind, it's life-changing. Patience is about more than waiting, it's about how you wait. A patient person doesn't let frustration cloud their actions or words. Instead, they approach challenges with grace and understanding, creating space for growth and solutions. This doesn't mean they're immune to stress or pressure. It means they've chosen to manage their reactions, prioritizing the bigger picture over immediate results. Stoicism celebrates patience as a fundamental virtue. A Stoic approach to relationships encourages us to focus on what we can control, letting go of the need to rush outcomes or force change. Patience aligns perfectly with this mindset. It's the ability to accept what is while working steadily toward what could be. In this way, patience fosters not only harmony in relationships but also personal growth. Have you ever been in a situation where someone's patience made all the difference? Maybe they gave you the time and space to make a decision without pressure, or perhaps they forgave a mistake, allowing you to learn rather than feel ashamed. Patience like this creates trust. It shows that the person values you for who you are, not just for what you can do or how quickly you can do it. But patience isn't always easy. It requires discipline, empathy, and a deep understanding of others. A patient person sees beyond the immediate frustrations and recognizes the potential for growth and resolution. This perspective doesn't just benefit the relationship, it inspires others to approach life with the same calm and understanding. Patience also strengthens bonds over time. In a world that often prioritizes speed and convenience, patience sets a relationship apart. It shows commitment and care, reminding us that the best things in life, love, trust, understanding, take time to build. When someone is patient with you, they're saying you're worth the wait. And that is a powerful message. Now, think about the patient people in your life. How have they influenced you? How have they helped you grow, learn, or heal? Their patience isn't just a personal quality, it's a gift they've shared with you, often at the cost of their own time and effort. Yet this gift is often overlooked, dismissed as something small or insignificant. But patience is far from small. It's one of the most profound acts of love and respect. If you value patience as much as I do, take a moment to appreciate the people in your life who embody this quality. And if this resonates with you, if you've ever experienced the power of someone's patience, like this video and comment number 1 below to celebrate this incredible trait. Let's show our gratitude for the patient individuals who make our lives richer and more meaningful. And if you haven't already, subscribe to join us on this journey of exploring Stoicism, relationships, and the qualities that truly matter. Together, let's learn to value and embody patience in our own lives, creating stronger connections and a more compassionate world. Patience isn't passive, it's powerful. It transforms frustration into understanding, chaos into calm, and distance into connection. When you encounter someone who embodies this quality, value them deeply. Their patience isn't just a reflection of their strength. It's a gift that makes life better for everyone around them. 9. Resilience. Resilience is the quiet strength that keeps a person moving forward in the face of adversity. It's the ability to withstand hardship, adapt to change, and emerge stronger from challenges. While resilience may not always be visible, its impact is profound. It's a quality that inspires not only the person who possesses it, but also those around them. Think about someone in your life who embodies resilience. Maybe it's a friend who overcame personal struggles to build a fulfilling life, or a family member who faced setbacks with unwavering determination. Their resilience wasn't about denying the pain or pretending everything was fine. It was about embracing the difficulty, learning from it, and finding a way forward. This quiet courage is one of the most admirable human traits. Resilient people aren't immune to failure or hardship. They feel the weight of challenges just as deeply as anyone else. What sets them apart is their mindset. Instead of succumbing to despair, they focus on what can be learned, controlled, and improved. This Stoic approach to resilience is powerful. It's about controlling your reaction to the uncontrollable and finding strength in the process of growth. From a Stoic perspective, resilience aligns with the idea of accepting life's challenges as part of the human experience. Stoicism teaches us that adversity is not something to fear but something to embrace as an opportunity for growth and self-mastery. Resilient people live this philosophy, showing us that even in the hardest times, we can choose how we respond. What makes resilience so remarkable in relationships is the way it inspires and uplifts others. A resilient person doesn't just overcome their own challenges, they bring hope and encouragement to those around them. Their ability to stay steady in turbulent times creates a sense of stability, making them a pillar of support for their loved ones. This quality is especially valuable in relationships, where resilience helps navigate conflicts, misunderstandings, and life's inevitable ups and downs. Have you ever leaned on someone's resilience during a difficult time? Perhaps their strength gave you the courage to face your own challenges. Their presence reminded you that setbacks aren't the end, they're a chance to start again. This is the gift of resilience. It doesn't just help the individual, it strengthens the entire relationship. Resilience also teaches us an important lesson about vulnerability. Many people think of resilience as being unbreakable, but that's not the case. Resilience is about bending without breaking, acknowledging pain and hardship while refusing to let them define you. In relationships, this vulnerability is essential. It creates space for honesty, trust, and mutual growth. Now, consider the resilient people in your life. How have they shaped your journey? How have they inspired you to be stronger, more adaptable, or more hopeful? Their resilience isn't just a personal trait, it's a gift they share, often without realizing its impact. Yet, like so many other rare qualities, resilience can easily go unnoticed unless we take the time to recognize and value it. Resilience is also something we can cultivate in ourselves. It begins with a shift in mindset, focusing on solutions instead of problems, seeing challenges as opportunities for growth, and embracing change as a natural part of life. By surrounding ourselves with resilient individuals, we're reminded of what's possible and encouraged to develop this quality within ourselves. Resilience is about hope. It's the belief that no matter how difficult the journey, there's a way forward. When you meet someone who embodies this quality, value them deeply. Their resilience isn't just a testament to their strength, it's a source of inspiration and support for everyone around them. 10. Supportiveness. Supportiveness is the quiet yet powerful quality that defines the strongest relationships. It's about being there for someone, not just in their moments of triumph, but in their struggles, their doubts, and their quiet, unspoken battles. A supportive person is someone who makes you feel seen, valued, and capable no matter the circumstances. Think about the last time someone supported you. Maybe it was a friend who cheered you on when you were chasing a dream, a partner who stood by you during a difficult decision, or a mentor who guided you through uncharted territory. Their support wasn't just about offering advice or encouragement, it was about showing you that you weren't alone. And that kind of support is priceless. Supportiveness requires more than just words, it's rooted in action. It's in the small but meaningful gestures. Listening without judgment, celebrating your victories as if they were their own, or simply being a steady presence when life feels uncertain. A supportive person doesn't need to solve your problems, they empower you to face them, reminding you of your strength and potential. Stoicism offers an excellent lens through which to view supportiveness. The philosophy teaches us to act with purpose and to be a source of stability for others. A Stoic approach to relationships values support as a way to foster growth and resilience. Being supportive isn't about controlling or fixing someone else's journey. It's about offering guidance, encouragement, and space for them to navigate their path. Have you ever been on the receiving end of unwavering support? How did it feel to have someone believe in you, even when you doubted yourself? That feeling is what makes supportiveness so extraordinary. It doesn't just uplift you in the moment, it strengthens the bond between you and the person offering it. But supportiveness isn't always easy. It requires patience, empathy, and a willingness to set aside your own needs temporarily to focus on someone else. It's not about being perfect or having all the answers. It's about showing up consistently, even when you don't know exactly what to say or do. This kind of selflessness makes supportiveness one of the most admirable traits a person can have. What makes supportiveness truly remarkable is the way it transforms relationships. A supportive friend, partner, or family member creates an environment of trust and safety where people can grow and thrive. They don't just help you through difficult times, they inspire you to reach higher, dream bigger, and push beyond your limits. Their belief in you becomes a source of strength you carry with you long after the moment has passed. Now think about the supportive people in your life. Who has stood by you when you needed them most? who has celebrated your achievements and comforted you in your failures. Their support isn't just a reflection of their character. It's a gift they've chosen to share with you, and that gift deserves to be cherished. If this resonates with you, if you ever felt the power of someone's unwavering support, take a moment to like this video and comment number 1 below to honor those incredible individuals. And don't forget to subscribe for more content about stoicism, relationships, and the qualities that truly make life meaningful. A supportive person isn't just someone who stands by you, they're someone who helps you become the best version of yourself. When you encounter someone who embodies this quality, value them deeply. Their support isn't just a reflection of their love and care, it's a foundation on which your shared growth and success are built. As we've explored these 10 extraordinary qualities: integrity, empathy, loyalty, kindness, emotional intelligence, generosity, humor, patience, resilience, and supportiveness, it's clear that these traits are not just admirable, they are transformative. When someone embodies even a few of these qualities, they elevate the relationships around them. They inspire comfort and guide us through life's complexities, reminding us of what truly matters. But here's the key takeaway: these qualities are rare. In a world that often celebrates surface-level success, finding someone who reflects depth, virtue, and unwavering character is a gift. If you have such a person in your life, don't wait until it's too late to recognize their value. Let them know today. Show them your appreciation, nurture the bond you share, and strive to reflect those same qualities in yourself. And this journey doesn't end here. Every meaningful relationship, whether it's with a friend, a partner, a family member, or even a mentor, is a two-way street. Just as you value these qualities in others, ask yourself, how can I cultivate them within myself? How can I become the person who brings integrity, empathy, and supportiveness into the lives of those I care about? Growth is not a destination but a lifelong process, and these qualities are the compass that can guide us. If this video has inspired you to reflect on the relationships in your life, take a moment to share it with someone who has shown you these qualities. Let them know the impact they've had, and if you want to continue exploring topics like stoicism, relationships, and personal growth, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Together, we can build a community that values what truly matters. Thank you for spending your time here, and may you find and cherish the rare and remarkable people who embody these 10 qualities. And even more, may you strive to be one of them. Here's to deeper connections, meaningful relationships, and a life guided by purpose. Stay thoughtful, stay grateful, and take care.